Hello, thank you for joining us today on the Profit Scale Thrive podcast, where we guide attorneys to overflowing profits, scaled growth, and thriving lives. I am your host, Kelly Brubaker. We have a secret though. This is a special place because we don't work with every law firm owner. We support the solo attorneys who are also single parents because we know the special challenges you face, and we know the business advice out there is not always practical for you and your firm. Each week, we will talk about things that will give you the insight you need to stop feeling overwhelmed, to gain back your confidence, and to finally enjoy your law firm and your life again. Hello, and thanks for joining me today for our second podcast. Welcome back, or for those who don't know me, my name is Kelly Brubaker. I'm a CPA and a business coach who supports solo attorneys who are single parents. I am also a certified profit first professional, which means I help clients implement their cash management philosophy presented in the book Profit First, written by Mike Michalowicz. And today, for those who are either reading or listening, and you're not watching, I'm wearing green, in part because this week is St. Patty's Day, but also because we're talking about the other green today. I would like to talk about the best business bank for Profit First in 2023. So if you've read the book Profit First, whether you've implemented this cash management system in your firm or not, I'm sure you scoffed at the opening of the initial 5 bank accounts, and you can be honest. So here are the common complaints I hear about business banking, and all of these are compounded by opening multiple accounts for Profit First, but they apply to everybody, and in no particular order. So 1, I hate paying monthly account fees for a bank account. 2, the minimum balance I need for my bank account just to avoid the bank fee is going to tie up too much of my money. 3, my bank seems to be adding new fees to my account every month, and I'm just tired of it. 4, I struggle to reach my banker when I have a problem, which leaves me either waiting for an answer or having to call the general customer service number, who's unable to help me most of the time. I don't feel the love. And for those businesses who do use Profit First, additional top complaints include, when I want to open a new bank account, why is it so time consuming? And to open a new account, I have to go to the local branch to sign papers in person. What the hell? They already know me. And also, my Profit First allocations take me about 10 minutes every other week, but I really, really want this to be automated. So here's the thing. What if I can solve all these problems for you and more? And I'm going to be upfront. I'm going to tell you the solution that I'm sharing with you today is a financial technology firm that has partnered with a behind the scenes bank. And they have built the perfect online business banking platform, whether you follow Profit First or not. Also, I am a customer, but this is not a compensated review. So drum roll, please. Relay is a financial technology company who's not a bank. Banking services for Relay customers are provided by Thread Bank, who is a member of the FDIC. And FDIC means your accounts are insured up to $250,000, right? Relay has 4.3 stars out of 5 on Trustpilot. Debit cards are issued through Visa, who guarantee zero liability protection. So let's start with Thread Bank. Thread Bank's history is deep. It originally opened on April 1st, 1906 in Eastern Tennessee under the name Citizens Bank of Smeadville. The bank was a major launching point for Revolutionary War heroes heading west to claim their American dreams. In 1995, the name was changed to the Citizens Bank of East Tennessee. 2013 saw a new name change to Civis Bank, and the most recent name change to Thread Bank happened in 2022. With the same pioneering spirit that originally created the bank in 1906, along with fintech investors and executives, the bank was recapitalized in May of 2021 in preparation for their partnership with Relay to help today's business visionaries and dreamers succeed in the 21st century. As for Relay Financial, they realized that small businesses are the backbone of the US economy and make up more than 90% of all companies in the country. Small businesses need banking that makes financial management easier, smarter, and more streamlined. So they're dedicated to building business banking to help small businesses have greater financial clarity to build healthy, lasting businesses. So when you log into your Relay dashboard, you have instant clarity on your money. You have the ability to create 20 individual checking accounts, which lets you easily segregate your money by purpose. You can open a new account anytime with the click of a button. No waiting for a banker to get paperwork ready for your new account. But hands down, my absolute favorite feature is the ability to automate transfers from one to multiple accounts using either dollar limits or percentages. This feature alone allows me to put Profit First Cash Management System on autopilot. So here's other value added features. You can deposit checks from your phone, auto categorization of your debit card transactions to make bookkeeping easier, images of checks, both checks you issued and checks that were deposited, are easily visible in your account. You can sync transactions to QuickBooks Online or Xero. You could use Plaid or Udly to securely link Relay to your other financial apps like Wave, FreshBooks, Expensify, or Venmo. You're in full control of who can access your Relay information. For example, your bookkeeper or accountant can view all transactions, or you can allow them to also transfer funds between your Relay accounts when needed to fund upcoming shortfalls. And the transferability can be limited to within accounts only at Relay or to accounts you also hold elsewhere. Additionally, if you give employees debit cards for firm spending, they can have access to only their account so they know how much their current spending limit is. And best of all, 24/7 support by email, chat, or phone. While I routinely help clients privately find the solutions to their problems, I don't often publicly declare my love for other companies. And truth be told, I worked in banking years ago, and I was always sad about how behind in technology banking has been compared to other industries. But I'm really excited to be a customer of Relay and Thread Bank, and I hope that you give it a try. Let's see what our listeners' question of the week is. So today's question's from Katie, and Katie asks, I have both business and personal debt. I'm not sure how I'm ever going to get it all paid off. What's your best advice? Hi, Katie. I'm sorry to hear about this burden, but let's see what we can do to get you on the right path moving forward. If you've implemented Profit First in your business, please make sure to keep your habit of making your profit allocation. This is a hard habit to make progress with, and I don't want to sacrifice it. Next, there are two ways to attack this. There's the debt snowball method or the debt avalanche method. So the snowball method pays off debt from the smallest balance to the largest balance, while the avalanche method pays off debt by the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. And while both ways have their pros and cons, I firmly believe that the debt snowball method, made famous by Dave Ramsey, is the best way. And the reason for my answer is that being in debt is not a math problem to be solved, it's a behavior problem. And to fix your behavior of incurring debt, you need incentive to change your behavior and stay motivated to stick to your new habits for a debt-free life. And the snowball method will give you this rewarding feeling. So to use the snowball method, 4 easy steps. First, make a list of all your debts by balance from smallest to largest. Second, make only the minimum payments owed on all debt except the smallest. Third, on your smallest debt, pay as much as possible each month. And the fourth, repeat this process until all debts are paid. What I'm not sure is ever clearly expressed with either method is that to truly pay off your debt, you need to stop increasing the balance. And I'm not suggesting that you start paying cash for everything, but switch to using debit cards instead of credit cards. And under no circumstances, do not sign up for a buy now, pay later account. And I get it. I know how much restraint it's going to take, but really it's the only way. And I promise that you, in a few years, will be forever grateful for the decisions you're making now. Thanks, Katie, for your question. If you would like to submit a question for a future episode, please send an email to me at podcast@profitscalethrive.com. And no, you won't get added to an email distribution list. There will not be a phone call and there will not be a sales pitch. We follow the golden rule: treat others how you wish to be treated. Today's quote is from Philip Sidney: "Either I will find a way or I will make one." So let's wrap up with some final thoughts. I know I'm a bit excited, almost giddy about Relay. And my excitement's primarily driven from my use of Profit First as my cash management system in my firm, and how Relay is finally letting me put my allocations on autopilot. But let me express, my experience with Relay so far has been great. It took me less than 5 minutes to apply for my first account online, and it was approved within 12 hours. Relay provides a dedicated account manager to answer questions and listen to my feedback, as well as they offer concierge style onboarding for my clients so that they're set up for success from day one. And keep in mind that opening accounts at Relay does not require you terminate your relationship with your current bank. Personally, I use Huntington Bank because they have a branch about a mile from my office. And I have kept two of my five Profit First accounts that I originally opened at Huntington years ago for my firm. The local accounts that I kept have been converted into my profit and tax hold accounts. And while I did this strategically, because when it's time for my profit distributions, I simply transfer the profit balance to my personal checking account that's also at Huntington. And then my tax hold account is there to be used when I need to make tax payments. I also want to thank Katie for her question about how to tackle debt. It's so hard in today's society to live with the burden of debt, and yet we set ourselves up with student loan debt at the start of adulthood, and it's a burden so hard to escape. I'm nervous for our economy when I see news articles, blogs, and social media posts advertising buy now, pay later. It's creeping into professional services such as the legal industry. And while it puts your firm on the flip side of Katie's question, I see the ability to offer our clients financing as a slippery slope. And while it's a topic for a whole different podcast. So if you have any questions about today's episode, please feel free to comment if you're watching on YouTube, or send me an email at podcast@profitscalethrive.com. If you know someone who might need to hear this information, please share this episode with them. Or if you're on YouTube, you tag them below. Be sure to follow and subscribe to get notifications for future episodes. Did you enjoy this episode? Please consider leaving a review. And before I go, remember, profit is something you intentionally plan for at the beginning. It is not a potential bonus at the end of the year. Thanks and have an amazing day.